too often we think explicitly of like black eyes or bruises or rape, but there's financial violence and there's emotional violence, and I think that as a society there are some behaviors that we participate in that are very subtle, but and sometimes it's unconscious, but it normalizes violence and the disrespect of women.
New Vanuatu girls, some 60% of them have experienced sexual, physical violence between the ages of 15 and 49.
And it is my pleasure to launch the Spotlight Initiative to eliminate violence against women and girls in Vanuatu. Let me just say that first, this initiative is an unprecedented investment by the European Union to eliminate violence against women and girls. It represents an amount of 500 million euros globally, with 50 million euros dedicated to the Pacific and 3.4 million euros allocated to Vanuatu. In Vatus, that's 450 millions. This investment is totally justified by the seriousness of the issue in Vanuatu, where the occurrence of violence against women and girls is 60%, which is twice the world average.
Respect is something that is used to be in our cultures, was very, very important in our cultures. These days we're seeing that being removed from our cultural environment. People don't have respect anymore. And as we all know, there's a very popular saying that one of our well-known leaders said, respect is honorable. And when we talk about respect, we should be respecting people right from the top to the very bottom. And this includes young girls and young women. I would think that there needs to be policies in place that is to govern young women and girls. A lot is being said about mothers, but I don't think there's enough to support young women and girls.
I see that it really needs to be spoken at and addressed it more when it comes to the global level, national level, and also the grassroots level. We should invite the new voices and new actions into the circle, in particular traditional leaders. And when I say traditional leaders, I'm meaning church leaders, the chiefs, the women leaders, the youth leaders. They should be the new voices and they should be the new actors in the circle, or actually the platforms in eradicating violence against women and girls in the Pacific region.
For us to ensure that we have some real movement on ending violence against women and girls, it's important that we all recognize that we are part of the Pacific household, and everyone in the household has a responsibility to ensure that this household is safe. Whether it's government, civil society, faith-based community groups, we all have a part to play.
If you're going to have a comprehensive, sustainable, holistic response to this very deep-rooted problem, it's going to take Pacific leaders, it's going to take community members, it's going to take boys and men standing up and saying this has to stop. It has to take young women who are not penalized, not afraid to speak up and say enough is enough.
Stopping violence against women and girls benefits everyone. We're not just trying to benefit women and girls, but we're actually trying to benefit whole communities when we're talking about stopping violence against women and girls. And happier families mean happier husbands, happier wives, happier children, safer children who grow up in a family where they feel supported, where their development is encouraged, and where they grow up to be respectful human beings who feel part of a community and a society. And I think that's a fundamental message, that this isn't just about women and girls, but it's about all of us.